Good morning, and thanks for joining us on the Friday edition of TVC Breakfast. I'm Veronica Dan-Ikpoyi. It's a full house this morning. I have Super Sam Omatseye as well as Mike Okwoche. Gentlemen, good morning. It's good to have you on the show. With the glasses this morning. Interesting.
I think I'm the only one out. I have to get mine soon. Nice. Thank God it's Friday.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Exactly.
Right, the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, that's Atiku Abubakar, has put his people to task. As it has been said, in Abeokuta at a town hall, he told them that you can't be following governors around and all of these people around, and you must deliver your polling units. That is not enough. If you want us to win the election, you must deliver your polling unit or your polling booth. And if you really want to benefit from my government, if I come in as president at the end of the day, I will ask you for the result of your polling unit. If you want to be minister, I will ask you for the result. If you want to get contract, I will ask you for the result. And I'm asking, okay, so where is competence to deliver on any of all of these things that you're talking about? If anybody wants to be a contract, bring up a contractor for your government. Is it about, okay, you delivering polling unit? If you want someone to be a minister, it's no longer about competence? That is where my question lies. But Sam, let's hear you say.
This is his own definition of I chop and you chop democracy. It's you are going to put your contract where the vote is. That's what he's saying. In other words, he's confirming all that we have said about him when he was vice president, where he made bonfire of Nigerian assets. For instance, the one in Warri, we acquired it. The Delta Steel was constructed with about 1.5 billion. He sold it for $30 million, from 1.5 billion to $30 million. He has not accounted. But one thing that Festus Keyamo said was that, not Festus Keyamo, Shehu Sani.
Yes.
He tweeted that if Atiku was able to do all of those things, all those assets that he was able to mongrelize and turn into, nonsense, it could not have been possible without the approval of the Federal Executive Council under Olusegun Obasanjo.
Yes.
So when we are accusing Atiku of making a bonfire of our assets, we should also fire the man who was his boss, who could not fire him when he proposed such a thing, because such things do not happen without
the approval of the Federal
process
Council,
and
yes.
so on. You cannot just
consultations.
Yes, and consultations. So it was a government of liquidation of our assets. So this is the kind of mindset that he has now brought to the campaign, and it means that what they say? They said they hide. The tiger cannot change his hide, or the leopard cannot change his own hide. And that he is still the Atiku who says, deliver your polling bill, they come and I'll give you contract. But there is, as Keyamo said, there is a law about how contracts are given. You have to be competent. You have to have a way of doing things.
Capacity.
You have to show capacity. You have to show that that it is worthy of delivering. So what he's saying is that it's a government by contract for contract to contractors.
Mike?
No, well, the point there is it only points out to the level of desperation right now that exists, because if we have to resort to a transactional campaign, vote for me so that you can get this, then it tells you that there's no substance in there. That is what it means. And as it is, a situation where they say, go and deliver your polling units so you can get contracts from me. Now, let us assume that the entire polling units across the country are delivered. How many contracts does a sitting president, have to deliver for all polling units in the country?
Across the 774 local governments.
Very good. So if you break it down, it tells you that there are no contracts in the purview of the president within his tenure to deliver to every single person who delivers his polling unit. So if you count all the polling units together, that's the amount of contract that should go out originally, based on what he has said. So which means that it's going to tell you that there's something not right here. Even if you deliver your polling unit, like he has said, there may be nothing for you. In fact, in the eyes of the law, that are based on the principles of exclusive, concurrent, and residual lists, there are issues, there are contracts that the president has no right to offer, no right to issue. So if you're saying, okay, polling unit is at the grassroots level and all of that, the president has no right to give contracts for markets in the eyes of the law. The president has no right to give contracts for issues of naming of streets, as far as it's not within Abuja, in the eyes of the law. So it tells you that all of this, by the time we begin to do these transactional campaigns, Nigerians are watching and seeing that, come on, is this what this thing is going to be? Because if you look at the other contending major presidential candidates, there are people who want to do everything, in fact, they are spending their own money, spending their own resources to ensure that this person wins, this person wins. So in a situation where they are saying, okay, if you want to win contracts, or you want to
benefit from my
get contracts or get appointments, come and vote for me so that you can be guaranteed contract. So it means, it's telling us that contracts, there's something about contracts that is not about the project. It is about what you stand to benefit from the contract.
A different way of buying votes?
It is part of votes buying in advance.
It's contractocracy.
Yeah. It's vote buying in advance.
Interesting.
It's like a promissory note. Let us do this now. You get the thing later. But the point, the only thing there is that Nigerians are wiser, because all this issue of do so that you can get, deliver it now. Let us see it. Because in this election, Nigerians are looking at pedigrees.
Yes.
What have you done? So it's not now. If you didn't do it that time, you cannot do it now. We're talking of capacity here.
Right.
That's what the thing is.
It's going to hierarchize the votes. You will say, okay, if you have, how many polling units are very many.
There are so many.
So after a while, you hierarchize.
Thousands of it.
Okay, how many polling booths did you
deliver?
If you deliver 10, if you deliver 10, then you are priority. So there's nothing for you. Maybe we'll give you go and get contract for moi. The other person will get contract for
Right.
Ogi. And then that's all.